What's up, everyone? I am Wink.
And I'm Skillz.
And this is Scream Cheese. Today, we are talking about the sleeper indie HUMANE. Directed by Cronenberg and starring Jay Baruchel, Emily Hampshire, and Peter Gallagher. In the wake of an environmental collapse that is forcing humanity to shed 20% of its population, a family dinner erupts into chaos when a father's plan to enlist in the government's new euthanasia program goes horribly awry. If you love horror movies as much as we do, we would invite you to subscribe to our channel. We could really use your support. All right, Skillz, I forced you to watch this one. What did you think?
I'll be honest with you, Wink.
You have to be. I'm asking you, and there's only one thing I depend on you for, and it's your honesty.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I absolutely love this film. I really did.
Did you really?
I liked it. Yeah, dude, I liked it. And the funny thing was, I went and looked on the internet afterwards, and I saw the low reviews, and I'm like, this is crazy, because it was literally one of those type of films where I was on the edge of my seat. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen next, and I couldn't wait to see what was going to happen next. I liked everything about it. Like, I can point out the flaws, but for me, it just worked really well. And it's funny you bring up Peter Gallagher, because I love that dude.
I love Peter Gallagher too, dude.
I thought he was incredible in this. I can't remember the guy's name that usually does comedy with like Seth Rogen.
Oh, Jay Baruchel or Baruchel.
But I believed him too.
I've never known how to say his name, but I love that.
Yeah, I love him too. And like at first I'm like, I don't know about him playing this character, but it worked for me. And as the film went on, it was one of those kind of films where there's like this moral dilemma. And yeah, all these people were like deplorable people. They weren't good people, but there was something about it that just I really enjoyed. Like literally to the point where I will probably watch it again. And the guy that played Bob, he was amazing. That guy was so good, like from beginning to end. I loved it, man. And despite the flaws, I feel like, how do you say it? Cronenberg?
Cronenberg, yeah, Cronenberg.
That's his daughter, right?
Yeah, it is his daughter.
I felt like Cronenberg's daughter did an incredible job. Like, to me, I look at it as you can point out things and say there's flaws, but this woman has a career in directing. Like, I don't know. The film just resonated with me. It worked for me. I thought about it. When I was watching it, I was just like uncomfortable in a good way. I really liked it. So I'm guessing you didn't like it as much. What are your thoughts, Wink?
Yeah, dude, like, I'm only shocked because I thought that you wouldn't like it. I don't know why, but I didn't think you would like this one. But I will tell you, I did not love this movie, but I really liked the movie because I watched it like a week ago. I watched a review of it. There aren't a lot of reviews up. I just found these two guys talking about it and they recapped the entire plot, which was good because that's kind of what I was looking for. But dude, they went and they pointed out all of the flaws in the movie and gave it a poor review. But here's the thing, when I watched the film, I didn't love it because I don't like the premise that much. That's the only thing. Like the whole environmental premise, for some reason, I just didn't care for it with my horror. I love like political stuff and social issues. Like that's like a lot of fun for me, but with my horror, I just didn't want it, you know? Dude, I will tell you, when I finished the movie, I liked it and I didn't see any of the flaws that they brought up. There's a lot of like plot things that I didn't see. I will tell you, dude, the film, when it started with that like upbeat music and stuff, I was like, oh shit, this isn't a horror movie. I must have read something wrong. And I was like, okay, let's just hang with it. Maybe it will. And then it did. I would call it, it's more of a thriller, but I would definitely call it a horrific thriller.
Yeah, absolutely.
But dude, it looks so good. Like, I don't know what it was about like the camera they used or the cinematography. Yeah. It looks pristine, dude.
Yeah, so I have a really nice TV setup, and
we've heard about your TV setup, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep talking about it because that's the only thing I got. That's the only thing I got going for me at this point. No, that's the thing I noticed right away. Like, the film was just beautiful, man, to look at. Like, for some reason, the way it was shot, like on my TV, just every shot looks so nice, the lighting and everything. So that was great.
It's almost like an actor's film. I feel like all of the acting in the movie is like, you could have problems with the script, you could have problems with like anything, but all of these actors are good at what they do, I feel like. And I feel like they all gave good performances. I will tell you, I just looked up last night. Cronenberg has been doing still photography. This is her first directing credit besides like maybe a couple little like 1 or 2 minute shorts.
It is her first, yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's impressive, yeah.
Her father's a great director. Her brother is actually a really good director as well, though his stuff is like more out there, I think. I feel like her movie was, even though it had a lot of social stuff going on, it was a very literal movie. It was like, this is the plot and this is what we're doing. And just last, dude, Peter Gallagher is so good. The only thing I will say that I had a problem with him is he's almost bad casting for that role, because he's also despicable. As he's accepting that he was a bad father and stuff, dude, I'm forgiving him because he seems like such a nice dude, you know? Though he's like a newscaster, so even if he's despicable, the world has to like him in the course of it. But even, I don't know if you caught the last dig to him in the end of the film, like the very end of the film. We're supposed to kind of hate him, dude. And I like him. I like Peter Gallagher, even if he is a terrible person in the movie.
When it comes to Peter Gallagher, he's just a guy I love. And so, like, in my mind, he can do no wrong. There's definitely some nostalgia there with him, but I just love that guy. There was a lot of spots in the film where I could point out, like, this doesn't make a lot of sense, you know, objectively or logically or whatever. But I kind of just threw that out the window because I love all the actors, their interactions. It's kind of like if you give a subpar script to, like, great actors, you can still kind of have a really good film. So I think a big part for me was there's a kind of a main character who is betrayed, and they kind of gloss over that, meaning that if somebody you thought was your best friend came to you and just told you, I killed your parents and I hate your guts, and then 5 minutes later you're cool with them again, that's kind of weird. There was stuff like that where I'm like, man, that's really deep shit to like just move on because the plot, you know, demands it. It was very flawed in a lot of aspects, but I loved this film. I really, really loved it. And also, to be honest with you, just the whole notion of like population reduction kind of struck a nerve with me. It was very uncomfortable just thinking about that. And then putting it in the context of this family having to make a decision. And also, dude, I'm a big fan of when a director can pull off, like, I basically call it, throw all your characters in a cardboard box. There's this conflict existing outside that we don't really get to see a whole lot of, but we're aware of it, and the characters have to make a decision based on that, what's going on in the real world. And it really comes down to the actors having to interact and put on a performance. And for me, I love that.
What do you give the film out of 10, Skillz?
For now, I'll give it a 7.5.
I am going to give the film a 7. All right, folks, let us know what you thought of Humane. Also, let us know of any other horror movies you think we need to check out. We have seen so many, but we're always looking for recommendations, especially for stuff to review on this channel. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Peace out, cheesers.
Peace.